Well, from reopening college campuses to bringing back sporting events, city officials are doing their best to restore a sense of normalcy while upholding health and safety measures to keep, of course, communities safe. Joining us now to talk about how they are making it happen in northern Indiana is South Bend Mayor James Mueller. Mayor Mueller, thank you so much for being with us today. And we've definitely seen some encouraging news in your area. We know the number of coronavirus cases there in St. Joseph County at its lowest point in 2 months. So what are you doing to encourage residents to keep that number going down?
You know, you got to take the long view on this virus, and Indiana was among the first states to reopen in early May after the slow the spread strategy from the national level. And at that time, our county was the first in Indiana to put in place a mask requirement, and that was able to keep cases down in our county through the 4th of July. Unfortunately, around the 4th of July timeframe, we let our guard down and cases started to go up again. But since then, we've been able to get it back down, and it comes down to personal responsibility, spreading the message that you've heard across the country in terms of maintaining distancing, not getting too close indoors, and limiting those larger gatherings.
We know that students at the University of Notre Dame now back in classes after suspending in-person classes because of that spike in COVID-19 cases. How are you working with the university to prevent further outbreaks, especially now with college football season heading into full swing?
Well, there was a little bit of a controversy early in the summer when the university announced that they would bring students back for in-person learning in this fall. But they've taken this very seriously. They actually had their researchers look at what types of masks were most effective. And so there is a strong mask requirement on campus for students, faculty, and staff. And then they've also have a robust testing program as well as contact tracing. And what we saw with the uptick just a few weeks ago when classes did begin, they've already been able to get that outbreak under control. And they did have that targeted limit on in-person learning for a couple weeks. And now we're back to a good level. So if we do have a further outbreak with the testing, the contact tracing, and the isolation system they have in place, we hope that they're going to be able to contain any potential future outbreak. And that shows what we could do as a country in terms of if we had that in place across the board, we would be able to go about our business and stay safe at the same time.
Mayor, you were sworn into office January 2020. Your first 9 months as mayor have been quite challenging. A global pandemic, social unrest over police brutality, heightened political tensions with the upcoming presidential election. Looking ahead with all of that behind you, but you're still dealing with a lot of it presently, how are you feeling about South Bend as we move now into this last quarter of the year?
Well, I'm cautiously optimistic that we've figured out as a city, how do we go about moving forward with our lives and get our economy back on track while we also stay safe and make sure that the virus doesn't spread out of control. So optimistic about that, but a little nervous about what Congress may or may not do. As you know, that a lot of it hinges on what they do in terms of our economic recovery.
Well, we certainly wish you the very best in all of those continued efforts. Mayor James Mueller, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.